the work and the blessings and the favor of God will come upon praying people. I believe that praying people, if you have a preacher that doesn't pray, you have a powerless preacher. They may have a knowledge of the word, but you need not only the knowledge of the word, you need the power behind the word, the anointing. For it is the anointing that breaks every yoke and destroys it. Not only break it, but destroys it. Every chain in our lives that have been binding us and holding us down, I believe that God is getting ready to break chains off of people's lives. He's getting ready to loose his anointing upon his people in a special way. Today, this man of God, many of you know him affectionately as Beaver, but now we want to call it the right name. Minister Wilson Lampkin. Yeah. Would you give him a hand of applause as he mounts this pulpit on this Lord's day? And we pray that whatever God wants to speak through him to us, we will say yes to the Lord. Would you please stand on your feet in honor of the anointing that is going to be upon him and the anointing in his life. Thank you. You may be seated. I worship you, I live. I worship you, I live. I live to worship you. If y'all know it, help me sing. I worship you, I worship you, I live. I worship you, I live. I live to worship you. I worship you, I live. Worship you, I live. Chronicles 29. You may be seated. You may be seated. Honor the Lord today. Honor to Bishop Miller, man, for asking me right after I got out of prayer
and to my shepherds, my leaders, Apostle Philip and CC Vincent, honor the Lord for them, to my mother, Evangelist Lampkin, to all of the people of God that are here. So, our church, as like many other churches, have been in a consecration and in a fast at the beginning of the year. And so we are in our consecration now. And starting our consecration, I asked the pastor, I said, well, I let the church know if anyone needs to come out and pray during the week, let me know, I'll come and let you in. So my pastor took it upon herself to say, well, Minister Lampkin has volunteered to be here all week from 6 to 7. I said, Pastor, that's not what I said. But not knowing it was more for me than it was for them. We are in our Nehemiah project because we just signed a lease for our own building. And the Nehemiah project, you know about Nehemiah, is Nehemiah was serving as cupbearer for King Xerxes. Heard that the Jerusalem walls and gates were torn down and burned. And he got a verdict. The Bible says he mourned and wept for days. And then he proceeded to go to Jerusalem. In my study of Nehemiah, we had to study about Nehemiah because of the Nehemiah project and the consecration. When I began to study, I found out that Hezekiah began to rebuild or clean out the temple. When they got the Levites and the priests to clean out the temple. The similarity is that when we went into our building, we had a very orange colored wall that took 2 coats of colonial white and it's still bleeding through. God help whatever that color was. We had carpet on top of carpet. This used to be a warehouse some years ago, and about 25, 30 years ago, and the carpet is still on the ground, on the floor. So the previous church put carpet over it. They didn't want to do all that work. So my pastor said, oh, this got to come up. We got to strip this. So my hours are working graveyard shift, so when I get off work, everybody else is working. So I take off my clothes, work clothes, get an hour of sleep, put on my church work clothes, go to the church, and start pulling up this carpet. So the man tells me the way you pull up the carpet is you take the utility knife and you cut down, and then you pull it up. Well, that's what I did, and it didn't work. So I had to pull, I had to bend over and pull that carpet the best way I could. And then when I got to a point, it seemed like the glue was so hard, I had to sit down and I said, Lord, how is this going to happen? And the Lord set on my mind. He said, I want you to go to the other side. Pull from the other side. And the carpet came up just like that. Then I got to another place in the carpet. It was hard. I had to pull. And the whole sanctuary, I had to pull up the whole carpet sanctuary because I was the only one available to pull it up. And you know, I got a little attitude. I said, boy, these black folks, I know everybody ain't working. Come on here. Somebody need to come out here and break my back trying to get this Nehemiah projects ready. I got mad. And I had to calm myself down. I said, if I had to do it by myself. Old song used to say it back in Tallahassee, I'll go if I have to go by myself. Yes, sir. And I pulled up that carpet. So the apostle and the pastor, they came out. We began to pull up the carpet in the back. There were officers in the back. And so they came out, was going to help me pull up the carpet. How many know the carpet in the back of the sanctuary came up so easy? Like walking down the counter. I said, Lord, this ain't fair. This carpet will come up easy. I don't in my hand, everything else, and Lord have mercy. I said, Lord, this day, I told Pastor, this ain't even fair. He gonna wait till the leaders come and let the carpet come up easy. So we started the fast. We went down in prayer. And in my study, I found out that when they sent the Levites and the priests into the temple after King Ahaz, is that right? King Ahaz, Hezekiah's father, did treachery in the temple. Erected all type of sex dolls. Started God shops. So the people could go in the store and shop for little idolatry idols. And then he asked help from his enemy. Enemy gave him the comment they will help him, came and did worse to him. And then after it was all over, they burned the man's body. Had to get rid of him. Hezekiah, his son, he said, I have decided to make a covenant with God. Well, we got to clean out the temple. And I looked at that and I said, my God, we are waiting on God to do everything, but we haven't decided to help God. We wait on God to do everything. We come to God to do everything. Do you know that those that believe, He gave them power to be sons of God. That means you got power to do something. You got power to speak a word. You got power to get your hands down in the dirt and start laboring in the dirt. Start cleaning up stuff. He said, you mortify the deeds of your own body. Sanctify yourself, and I, the God of peace, then will sanctify you whole. But we want the holiness of God without the cleaning that is provided for us to do. So I'm a minister in my church. And I began to read this. Me and Pastor Apostle was in there, was talking about what we've been studying. And I said, we began to read and look and study. I said, my God, our church is the prime example of what I needed to actually see what God was saying. Let me tell you some things. When you work in your own temple, you're going to be like me. You're going to have to pull up. You're going to have to get down. Your back going to have to hurt. This is how I understand that the people of God ain't aching because they ain't working. They ain't working. They ain't aching. They ain't aching. If you saw somebody always good, doing well, and they ain't aching in the spirit, they ain't doing no work.
Come on, my son.
I went to church for years. My mother raised me in the church. But maybe I was stuck in God. I could come up here and do what I'm doing because I was trained to do it. But I had no heart for the skill I had. This consecration is teaching me. As this consecration been going, the first day, the Lord gave me a dream and showed me a dark place and chains swaying back and forth. He said, you're going to have to pull these chains down. These strongholds, I'm giving you the power to do. They made a song back in the church. He has laid the foundation. He has opened up the way. What more can He do? He's provided for us already the power. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal but mighty through God. To the pulling down of what? Strongholds. I remember years ago in prayer, and I had the audacity to tell God, let me see me. Show me me. The Spirit of the Lord spoke to me quick, fast, and in a hurry. It's amazing how God speaks to you quicker than other times. He said, you don't even want to know what's in you. You don't even want to know. My God. So I said, Jesus. So I kept praying. Spirit of the Lord came to me again and showed me a dream. I was in a beautiful home. White walls. Beautiful home. They had a spiral staircase going down into the basement. I went down into the basement in the dream. And I saw a door, a metal door that was thick like they have down at 33rd, with bars as windows you can see through. And I said, well, my Lord, what is doing here? And I opened up the door, and inside this room was pitch black darkness. All I could see was eyes. Some were red, some were yellow, some were black. They were so dark, it shined up like light in this black room. And I looked in here and I closed the door. And I said to myself, I don't want to know what's in there. And the Spirit of the Lord came to me. He said, all this wickedry in your flesh, all this mess in your flesh, and you don't even want to deal with it. You don't even want to clean up all, but you want to grab a mic. You want to grab a mic. And you want to say, you want to preach, but you got hell living in you. And he told me years ago, just because somebody else can get away with it, your consecration is, you're not going to get away with it. Your consecration, you're not going to get away with this. Let them do what they do. But your consecration, I called you to, you can't do. So I go through my life, praying, going to church, but never killing nothing. Ask the preacher, sing, and pray for people, and never killing nothing. I had the skill, but I had no consecration. I had the prayer, but I had no power. I had the words, but I had no heart. David had heart. He was despised by his father and his brothers. But them despising him didn't kill the heart he had for God. Them not liking him, not calling him with them to fellowship with his brothers and his father did not kill his heart he had for God. And because of his heart, God anointed his steel. God anointed his steel to play for the king. Calm that demon. We want all of this with no heart. We want all of this life with no heart. We want all that God has to us with no heart. Now you must understand that scripture also says that the heart of man is desperately wicked. Who can know it except God? So in this time of consecration, I'm down there praying. Hour and a half, 2 hours. And the Lord, Sister White, the Lord gave me a dream. Oh, God. He gave me a dream. All of this praying, all of this crying out. And you know, God got a way to make sure you get to the depths of your soul. Oh, yes. He has a way to make sure that you get the critter on the inside. Oh, he got a way to make sure you get the criminal on the inside. You must understand, we all sitting in church with our Sunday morning going to meetings, church clothes on. But I'm here to let you know that you find more mess in church than you find anywhere else. You must understand that we are all sinners, saved by grace. The fact that we used to be sinners means that we have got to make sure our consecration is sure. We got to make sure that our calling is sure, because sin is ready to stand up anytime you stop your consecration. My God. Amen. He showed me a dream. Sister White, I told God right now, I said, I don't want to tell that. I want to tell that. I said, I call you to be honest and humble. You better do what I say. You know the Lord can read you.
Yes, he can. Yes.
He said, don't tell me you want to say that. I got a record. I got a record of what you said that you should have said. I got a record of things you did that you should have done. And you did it boldly. So don't tell me what you don't want to say. Because I got a record of some stuff you've been doing for years. So, I'm going to tell you a dream. I'm in a dream. This morning. Okay, he says that in the scripture, he says that I will throw your sins put them in the sea of forgiveness, never to remember them anymore. I was set it far from me as far as east is from the west. So I had asked the Lord, I was asking the Lord in my prayer time, why is it that you keep reminding me of my record? Why you keep reminding me of a record that I should have a clean slate? When you come complete to my consecration, then you have a clean slate. Until you do what I say do, how I say do it, then you will have a clean slate. You must understand that we obey this Bible, but baby, the Spirit of the Lord goes a little further than that. He give you stipulations to live your life. And he said, until you come up to my stipulations, I remember your record. You know things that compute for me. How you remember my record is supposed to be thrown away to see forgiveness? I never forget, I used to, when I sinned perversely, God help me, sinned a lot. Went to church, I was in Omaha, Nebraska, going to the Church of God in Christ, and I would go and repent of my sins before I get to church, because I wanted to be clean. And then when I get to church, the prophet would call me out, you shut up! Come and repent. I said, Lord, I did that at the house. He said, no, so you're repenting, got to come before the public. Because you are higher. You are slick stuff. You high stuff. You wonder why God had to open and rebuke us. Because you know that you can love his devils. So, gave me a dream. Oh, God. He gave me a dream. I was in this dream, and I had no shirt on. And I saw sin shape itself like a human being. And it was shaped just like a human being and walked like a human being. And I leaned over and kissed it. And when I leaned over and kissed it, something hit me and blew me back. And I woke up clean out my sleep. My body was going through convulsions just like this when I woke up out my sleep. I couldn't understand it. And I told my pastor about it. And my pastor told me, you get ready to kiss some stuff goodbye. Amen. Oh God. You get ready to kiss some stuff goodbye. There's some stuff that don't want you to go through your consecration. Oh, there's some assignments of sin that don't want you to be holy. There's some assignments of the devil that don't want you to tell God yes. Sin is always on its assignment. Let me tell you, we will get to the point where sin is not the problem. Our flesh is.
Come on now.
When I started in this way, I was in the church, with the church, the pastors cheering. And that's how I found out what sin was in the church. In the church, hanging with the pastor's son. While folks in the church praising God, we in the camp going from side to side. The flesh has always been